Have you ever wondered how government decisions reach into your daily life? From the moment you wake up to the time you go to bed, policies and regulations shape your experiences in ways both big and small. In this video, we'll explore the many ways government choices influence our routines, opportunities, and even the air we breathe. Let's begin by understanding what government decisions really are and why they matter to everyone, regardless of age or background. As we move through each scene, you'll see just how connected your life is to the choices made by leaders and lawmakers. Government decisions are choices made by officials and lawmakers that set the rules for how society functions. These decisions can be about laws, budgets, public services, and more. They're not just abstract ideas, they become the framework that guides our communities. Whether it's setting speed limits, funding schools, or deciding on healthcare policies, these choices have real consequences. Understanding what government decisions are helps us see why they're so important and how they touch every part of our lives. One of the most direct ways government decisions affect us is through laws and regulations. These rules determine what is allowed and what isn't, shaping everything from how we drive to how businesses operate. For example, traffic laws keep our roads safe, while food safety regulations ensure what we eat is healthy. Without these rules, daily life would be unpredictable and potentially dangerous. Laws and regulations provide structure and security, making our communities more livable. Government decisions also determine the public services available to us, like schools, hospitals, and public transportation. When officials allocate budgets, they decide how much funding goes to these essential services. The quality of your child's education, the reliability of your bus, or the care you receive at a clinic all depend on these choices. Public services are the backbone of a functioning society, and government decisions ensure they run smoothly and reach those in need. Education policies set by the government influence what and how students learn. Decisions about curriculum, teacher qualifications, and school funding all play a role in shaping the classroom experience. These policies can determine class sizes, the availability of special programs, and even the subjects offered. For families, these choices affect their children's opportunities and future prospects. Education policies are a powerful example of how government decisions shape the next generation. Healthcare is another area where government decisions have a direct impact. Policies about insurance, hospital funding, and public health programs determine the quality and accessibility of medical care. For example, decisions about vaccination programs or emergency response plans can affect entire communities. Whether you're visiting a doctor or relying on public health information, government choices play a key role in keeping you healthy. How you get to work or school often depends on government decisions about transportation. Choices about building roads, maintaining public transit, and setting safety standards all shape your daily commute. When governments invest in efficient transportation, it can save you time and reduce stress. On the other hand, poor planning can lead to traffic jams and unreliable service. Transportation policies are a clear example of how government decisions affect your routine. Government decisions about the environment shape the quality of the air we breathe and the water we drink. Policies on pollution, waste management, and conservation have a lasting impact on public health and natural resources. For example, regulations that limit emissions from factories or promote recycling can make communities cleaner and safer. Environmental policies are crucial for protecting both people and the planet. Economic policies set by the government influence jobs, prices, and the overall health of the economy. Decisions about taxes, minimum wage, and business regulations affect how much money people take home and how businesses operate. These choices can encourage growth, reduce unemployment, or address inflation. Economic policies are a key way government decisions shape our financial well-being. Taxes are a direct result of government decisions, and they affect everyone's wallet. Choices about tax rates, deductions, and public spending determine how much money you keep and how much goes to public services. Taxes fund everything from roads to schools, but they also influence personal budgets. Understanding how taxation works helps you see the link between government decisions and your financial life. Where you live and the quality of your neighborhood are shaped by government decisions about housing and urban planning. Policies on zoning, affordable housing, and infrastructure development determine what kinds of homes are built and who can afford them. These choices influence everything from property values to community resources. Good urban planning can create vibrant, livable neighborhoods, while poor decisions can lead to overcrowding or lack of services. Government decisions about public safety affect how secure we feel in our communities. Choices about police funding, emergency services, and disaster preparedness all play a role in keeping people safe. These policies determine how quickly help arrives in an emergency and how well communities can respond to crises. Public safety decisions are essential for building trust and resilience. The food you eat is influenced by government decisions about agriculture and food safety. Policies on farming practices, food labeling, and import regulations determine what's available in stores and how safe it is. These choices can affect prices, nutrition, and even the environment. Government decisions in agriculture ensure that food is plentiful, affordable, and safe for everyone. Government decisions also protect consumers from unsafe products and unfair business practices. Policies on product safety, advertising, and warranties ensure that what you buy meets certain standards. These rules help prevent fraud and keep markets fair. Consumer protection policies are a key way government decisions safeguard your interests as a buyer. Your experience at work is shaped by government decisions about labor laws and workplace safety. Policies on minimum wage, working hours, and employee rights determine the conditions in which people work. These choices protect workers from exploitation and ensure fair treatment. Workplace laws are a vital part of how government decisions impact daily life. Social welfare programs like unemployment benefits, food assistance, and housing support are all products of government decisions. These programs provide a safety net for people facing hardship. Choices about eligibility, funding, and program design determine how effective these supports are. Social welfare policies are a direct way government decisions help those in need. Government decisions about immigration shape who can live, work, and study in a country. Policies on visas, citizenship, and border security affect families, businesses, and communities. These choices influence cultural diversity, economic growth, and even the workforce. Immigration policies are a powerful example of how government decisions shape society. Government decisions about technology and innovation influence the tools and services we use every day. Policies on internet access, research funding, and data privacy shape how quickly new technologies develop and how safe they are to use. These choices can make life more convenient, but they also raise important questions about privacy and security. Technology policies are a growing area of government influence. The electricity that powers your home and the water you drink are managed through government decisions about energy and utilities. Policies on energy production, pricing, and sustainability affect how reliable and affordable these services are. Choices about renewable energy or infrastructure upgrades can have long-term impacts on both the environment and your monthly bills. How you access news and communicate with others is shaped by government decisions about media and telecommunications. Policies on broadcasting, internet regulation, and freedom of speech determine what information is available and how it's shared. These choices influence public debate, cultural expression, and even democracy itself. Your ability to vote and participate in civic life is determined by government decisions about elections and political rights. Policies on voter registration, election security, and campaign finance shape how easy it is to have your voice heard. These choices are fundamental to democracy and ensure that everyone has a say in how society is run. When natural disasters strike, government decisions about emergency response and recovery are critical. Policies on evacuation plans, relief funding, and rebuilding efforts determine how quickly communities can recover. These choices can save lives and help people rebuild after tragedy. Disaster response policies are a vital part of government's role in protecting citizens. Government decisions about culture influence the arts, heritage, and public celebrations. Policies on funding for museums, festivals, and cultural education shape what's available in your community. These choices help preserve traditions and promote creativity. Cultural policies enrich daily life and foster a sense of identity. The roads you drive on, the bridges you cross, and the parks you visit are all shaped by government decisions about infrastructure. Policies on construction, maintenance, and public spaces determine the quality and safety of these facilities. Good infrastructure makes life easier and more enjoyable, while neglect can lead to inconvenience and danger. Government decisions about environmental health protect communities from hazards like pollution and toxic waste. Policies on air and water quality, hazardous materials, and public health monitoring keep people safe. These choices are especially important for vulnerable populations like children and the elderly. Environmental health policies are a key part of government's responsibility. Your ability to seek justice is influenced by government decisions about the legal system. Policies on courts, legal aid, and law enforcement determine how accessible and fair the system is. These choices affect whether people can resolve disputes, protect their rights, and receive fair treatment. Access to justice is a cornerstone of a just society. Government decisions about public health campaigns influence how information about diseases, nutrition, and healthy living is shared. Policies on vaccination, health education, and disease prevention shape community well-being. These choices can prevent outbreaks and improve quality of life for everyone. Government decisions about youth and family shape the support available to parents and children. Policies on childcare, parental leave, and child protection services determine how families are supported. These choices influence work-life balance, child development, and family stability. Policies about elderly care determine the services and support available to older adults. Government decisions about pensions, healthcare, and assisted living shape the quality of life for seniors. These choices ensure dignity, independence, and well-being in later years. Government decisions about disability rights ensure that people with disabilities have equal access to opportunities and services. Policies on accessibility, employment, and education remove barriers and promote inclusion. These choices help build a more equitable society for everyone. Policies promoting gender equality shape opportunities for women and men in society. Government decisions about equal pay, anti-discrimination, and reproductive rights influence workplace fairness and personal freedom. These choices help create a more just and balanced society. Government decisions about minority rights protect the interests of ethnic, religious, and other minority groups. Policies on anti-discrimination, language rights, and cultural recognition ensure that everyone is treated fairly. These choices promote diversity and social harmony. Government decisions about military and defense affect national security and international relations. Policies on defense spending, military service, and alliances determine how safe a country is from external threats. These choices also influence the economy and global standing. Government decisions about trade and international relations shape the flow of goods, services, and ideas across borders. Policies on tariffs, trade agreements, and diplomacy affect prices, job opportunities, and global cooperation. These choices connect your daily life to the wider world. Government decisions about science and research funding drive innovation and discovery. Policies on grants, research priorities, and intellectual property shape what new technologies and medicines are developed. These choices can improve health, solve problems, and create new industries. Policies about tourism and recreation influence the places you visit and the activities you enjoy. Government decisions about park funding, tourism, promotion, and safety regulations shape the quality of recreational spaces. These choices support local economies and enhance quality of life. Government decisions about animal welfare protect pets, livestock, and wildlife. Policies on animal cruelty, habitat protection, and veterinary care ensure humane treatment and conservation. These choices reflect society's values and affect the environment. The prices you pay for goods and services are influenced by government decisions about inflation, subsidies, and price controls. Policies on these issues can make everyday items more affordable or more expensive. Understanding how these choices work helps you manage your budget. Government decisions about digital security protect your personal information online. Policies on cybersecurity, data protection, and online privacy shape how safe your digital life is. These choices are increasingly important as more of our lives move online. The availability and quality of public transportation are shaped by government decisions about funding, routes, and safety standards. Policies on these issues determine how easy it is to get around, especially for those without cars. Good public transportation policies can reduce traffic, pollution, and commuting costs. Access to clean water and sanitation is managed through government decisions about infrastructure and public health. Policies on water treatment, sewage, and conservation ensure safe and reliable services. These choices are essential for health and well-being. How your community handles trash and recycling is determined by government decisions about waste management. Policies on collection, disposal, and recycling shape environmental quality and public health. Good waste management policies keep communities clean and sustainable. Government decisions about personal freedoms affect your rights to speech, assembly, and privacy. Policies on these issues determine how much control you have over your own life. These choices are fundamental to individual liberty and democracy. You can influence government decisions by getting involved in your community, voting, attending public meetings, and contacting representatives are all ways to make your voice heard. Understanding how government works empowers you to participate and shape the policies that affect your life. As we've seen, government decisions shape nearly every aspect of daily life. From the food you eat to the freedoms you enjoy, policies and regulations provide the framework for society. By understanding how these choices are made and how they affect you, you can become a more informed and active citizen. Remember, government decisions aren't just distant events, they're part of your everyday experience.